Bank of America investment, you changed it so they can now treat it as Tier 1 capital.
Right.
Can you explain a little bit why you did that?
It came about really a good many months ago that Brian Moynihan called me and asked me whether we would be willing to change our preferred stock, $5 billion of it, from a cumulative preferred to a non-cumulative preferred. Now, a non-cumulative preferred has certain defects, obviously, compared to a cumulative preferred, as, for example, the preferred shareholders of Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae are finding out. Non-cumulative preferreds, Ben Graham wrote about them in the 1934 edition of Security Analysis. They're a terribly weak form of security. But partly because they are that weak form of security, they count different in capital with banks. So Brian asked me to do that, and then he said, if you will do that, and this requires approval by their shareholders and everything, but he said, if you'll do that, we would be willing to make your preferred non-callable for 5 years. Now, in a world of 5 basis money, 5 basis point money, practically nothing, no returns, I was very willing to make that trade-off. They felt it was good for them, and I felt it was good for Berkshire. So I get 5 years at Berkshire of non-call of a 6% preferred, which I can always use as payment for the warrants we have. So I don't have a problem of being locked into it forever, into a non-cumulative preferred. And the B of A gets the benefit of using it in their calculation of capital. That was all done before this recent, a long time ago, before the recent, week ago or so, when they had the miscalculation involving some structured notes of Merrill Lynch. That error they made does not bother me. We work on our figures. We've got that 20,000 page plus tax return. We have 10Ks, 10Qs going in and out. You do the best you can, but that error did not affect their GAAP reported numbers or anything of the sort, and they wish they hadn't made it, and they'll pay a penalty in the sense of their capital plan because they did make it. But it doesn't change my feeling about the Bank of America or its management one iota. And I do think that they were going to pay the dividend anyway. The probabilities that going to non-cumulative hurts us are very, very low, and the probability that making it non-callable for 5 years is a real plus to us. So it was an exchange I was happy to make, and I think that it was good for us and good for them. Charlie?
Well, I agree with you.